Attack Kako G. Yes? Or no? No, because Takumi is a pussy. Hello, people. We are back for some more hundredline. Again, back in SF for probably the last time, if not the second to last time. We're very, very close to the end. And last episode was pretty good. I was actually shocked. Well, I was confused for most of it, but it was good nonetheless. It was entertaining. I was not bored. Even though I was confused, I was locked in. Compared to, well, the 2 episodes before. So now, since we have finished one branch, right? Yeah, one branch. We're gonna continue with the other branch, right? And then we'll go all the way back to day 50? No, that's 71. And see what the other branch has to offer for us. And then we'll go all the way back to day 50 and see what this jump to coming of age branch has to offer for us. Suddenly, I froze up. I stopped in place. Was it because I didn't want to die? Because I valued my life too much? Nozomi had thrown aside her own precious life to save me. And yet, despite everything, I couldn't get my legs to move. When I snapped back to reality, the 2 of them had already disappeared. Particles of light flickered in the air. They jumped to another timeline. Actual pussy Takumi. I was just joking in the intro. That is so interesting. Now, what are we gonna do? Something we didn't learn in the last episode is which timeline they went to. We just jumped with them and chased them and then beat them. That's about it. Well, Kako G. Anyway, Takumi, snap out of it and chase after Kako G. I figured out where they're headed from the log. The machine's all set to go. Are you listening? Right. Hiruko and I put on our leap suits. Huh. No one is saying anything. Usually Takumi would be like, yeah, let's go. And not this time, huh? We jumped timelines to go after Kako G. And we resumed our search for her. I suppose this time we're not going to find her. She was nowhere to be found in the city ruins. We turned our attention to the mountains to the northeast, exactly where we were before we came to the lab. Kako G had likely gone there in search of her spacecraft. Can we get explanations for that? Unfortunately though. Where's the suits? Takumi, I'm sorry, but this is it. We can't go any further. For the blood space, it's gonna close. Are you crazy? Kako G's got to be in those mountains. We need to keep going. The time limit is getting closer. This is as far as we can go if we're going to make it back to the lab in time. No. We're not giving up on Nozomi. Oh, right, I completely forgot about that. This route has been particularly funny. Simply because of the confusion it bathed you in. But we'll find her eventually, I'm sure of it. But now's not the time. There's nothing more we can do. We can't leave the others to fight Veshnes without us tomorrow. That's right. Thought you weren't going to let me fight. I wasn't, but I'm staying here. What? I'm staying in this timeline to find Kako G and Nozomi too. It'd be ridiculous. Just go back without me. I'll keep looking on my own. I can't abandon Nozomi. I'll do whatever it takes to save her. That's the guy that pussied out when, well, you needed to tee up. Takumi. Good luck with the battle tomorrow. I know you'll do fine. This is crazy, wow. With that, I started to run off to the northeastern mountains. But you're gonna die. In the other branch, he only survived because Hiruko was there. Or was it? No, I mean, you kind of stabbed Takoji, so I think you were fine. But then it was thanks to Hiruko that we managed to kill the Gi Queen. I heard Hiruko yell my name over and over again, but I just kept running. Never once glancing back. Sometime after that, I arrived in the mountains. It was eerily still and silent all around me, without so much as the rustling of leaves to be heard. I clawed my way through the bushes, climbed up cliff sides, and crawled along the ground in search of Kakoji and Nozomi. But I couldn't find them. I didn't find anything, not even a clue leading me in the right direction. No footprints? We're doomed. If we legit can't go back because the time frame for the blood space is gone. Well, we can't go back. Well, I mean, whatever the case is, we're gonna loop because, well, people died in SF, in the SF timeline, and currently we do not know in which timeline we are in. So we're bound to a loop. Have you tried going to the school? Well, well. At last, it was day 100, 10 a.m. And then the cutscene? My consciousness was rendered to ash, vanishing without a trace. All that remained was regret, lingering like an eternal grudge. '57? The coward's final days. Can I include this in the episode? I wonder. Because I've been recording for 10 minutes. Oh well, we'll see. Well, this is ending 80 and we finished this branch. It was very short. We've actually managed to finish it. So ending 59 is like, I guess the good one. Yes, we failed to break the loop. Takumi even dies. Hiruko even dies because she stays in the SF timeline, but we managed to save everyone by sending them to the mystery timeline where the final attack won't happen. And everyone is alive, so... This was really quick, straightforward, and it gave us nothing. Oh well. We'll go back to day 71. This time we won't join the battle. Game crashed. My game crashed. My game crashed. Join tomorrow's battle? I mean, no. We're gonna pussy out again. But this time I think it's gonna go better for us, I think. Fine, I won't go. Why I say that is because this time, Takumi probably won't collapse these 25 days. So we'll actually see what happens in the meantime and why... No, actually what happens to Nozomi. How... like, where were they when the comet, the meteorite fell? That type of stuff. You've made a wise decision. But it's not because I don't want to die. It's only because I don't want to get in your way. Plus, it's very likely that all the exertion of the battle would make this illness worse. And if I really do end up dying, we won't break free of the time loop. You're doing this for me too, aren't you? Aww. I nodded. Thank you. I'm glad you decided to be reasonable. Get some rest tomorrow. Please, I am an expert in getting rest at this point. Hiroko smiled at my little joke before she left. Didn't take long for everyone else to show up to my room. As the usual, they yup. And then I got slightly closer to the... No? Huh. Okay, that's different. I kind of like it. In the other one, he was like I think I grasped my hand toward the satellite and I felt a bit closer to it, but no. We're such a bunch of lovable idiots. Heat welled up in my chest, but he made me feel all the more frustrated. I wouldn't be able to fight for them tomorrow. I wouldn't be able to protect them. I'm supposed to be their captain, their leader. I couldn't help feeling overwhelmed with regret. Day 7. Wait, what? Still skipped the battle. Interesting. I mean, he was resting, so. Oh, hello. Good night. I had absolutely no memory of the previous day. I wasn't even sure how or when I fell asleep the day before that. I asked Hiroko what happened, and she explained. Subside, sure, but will they actually be completely gone? Yes. Hiroko's expression softened a little. Oh, we're gonna go on a walk? Ooh. Ah, my hair! My hair keeps getting stuck in the damn chair. Huh? What? We went to the wrong timeline? Keep it down. What if everyone hears you? Wait a minute. So you're saying on day 50, we didn't go to the killer timeline, but the zombie timeline? I feel like I remember this. Yes, but how did that happen? Hold on. Okay, so I do remember, like, the events we thought we did on day 50 not happening on the Hunt timeline. Or the slasher, I'm sorry. Because we didn't cure Takumi 2. Or 3? I forgot. I think it's 2. So I thought it was just like a new timeline. However, they've never shown us a new timeline, have they? And I think I do remember something like that happening on the zombie timeline. Now, unfortunately, that was a long time ago, so I didn't clog that. But how did we go to the wrong timeline? That's right. When did you realize? This afternoon. I went to inspect the PLM and noticed when I was checking the logs. That's why the zombie timeline Takumi was normal. He was cured on day 50. By us. So I didn't end up becoming a killer in the zombie branch? Yes? Moko died on day 43, no? And you were the killer, were you not? How could you mess that up? Excuse me? Have you forgotten? You're the one who said the... You're the one who said the machine that time. That's right. I remember that. I think that was his punishment. And it clearly said in red, I remember, that I was to set the machine. She's right. I was the one who decided we should go to the serial killer timeline. and I'd been responsible for setting up the machine. We were 10 minutes past the beginning of the leap window at the time. I'd configured the machine quickly to regain the time we lost. Clearly, I'd screwed up. It was a careless mistake that ended up putting us in the wrong timeline. Got to be kidding me. If we call the serial killer Takumi 2, then this means Takumi 2 still hasn't been cured. I'm afraid not. Why are you so calm about this? I'm always calm. We continued our discussion as we changed locations. Hiruko, when are the blood space waves going to surge next? Use the device and check for yourself. It's tonight. 12:05 a.m. Just a little past midnight. Technically, that's tomorrow, day 74. I'm not arguing the details with you. What? So what do? We leap! Where? The serial killer timeline, obviously. We don't have no more antidotes. Today is day 73. Takumi 2 has already killed 4 people. Eva, Moko, Takemaru, and Kurara. But if we jump now and cure him, we can at least prevent him from committing further murders, right? We can build a new reel where Takumi 2 stops his crime spree. I messed up on the settings, so I have to take some responsibility for what he did after day 50. It's only right I make up for that. I mean, we can't just let him run wild, can we? You are acting a little bit suspicious, Hiruko. I understand where you're coming from. Fortunately, there are 2 reasons we can't go and fix him tonight. 2 reasons? First, look at the device again. When does the leap window close? Oh, it's too small? Wow. 12:35 a.m. Exactly. We'd only have 30 minutes. Even if we ran full speed from the lab to the school, that journey would eat up all our time. It's not possible to heal Takumi 2 and make it back. Then, what if we just stay there? Have you lost your mind? We have no idea when the blood space waves will surge again. There's no telling when we'd be able to come back. And even if time wasn't an issue, we still wouldn't be able to fix Takumi 2. I don't have any more cerebral things. Too much time has passed since the Gi awakened. The Gi data will have already eroded every last nook and cranny of his brain. Program will no longer be enough to remove the glitch. How can you be so sure of that? That's a lot of dots. This is why you need to give up on the idea of making him better. Is that clear? Takumi 2 can't be healed. He can't be healed. The words repeated in my mind like a haunting echo. Just then, somewhere in the maelstrom of thoughts, came an idea. All this means is that I need to kill him? Kill Takumi 2 myself. But you're gonna fail. "12:05 a.m. I found myself in the lab, alone. I was unsure how I got there. That reminds me of something Hiruko said. Really? You're that brain dead already? Memory issues aside, my reasoning still seemed intact to me. I was being completely rational. That's not what a rational man would say. If I let Takumi 2 continue to run loose, more of my friends would end up dead. If we can't cure him, I need to get rid of him. That was the rational conclusion I'd come to after calm and careful consideration. That's right. That's why I came here. To kill myself. Time to head to the serial killer timeline. By the time I made it to the school, the leap window had long since closed. It looked like I'd be staying here for a while. That didn't concern me at that moment. I was too focused on fulfilling my goal. I was still wearing my leap suit. Y'all think we're gonna play the chase minigame, but from like the PLM guy POV? The idea of killing myself while being recognizable made me uncomfortable. I wanted to consider Takumi 2's feelings too. He'd be able to rest easier thinking he was killed by a mysterious stranger rather than knowing he'd been killed by himself. Just then, I realized I was holding something tightly in my hands. The saw? It was a parasol. I had no recollection of where it came from. Maybe I picked it up on the way here? Huh. Anyway, I'd better go look for Takumi 2. My consciousness was fading in and out again. Suddenly, I was in the first floor hallway. I didn't have to look far. Takumi 2 was right there in front of me. So was Nozomi 2. Nozomi, run! This way! Oh, I see what ending this is. Yeah. I think I see what this one is. The moment they spotted me, their faces contorted in terror and they began to run. I couldn't let them get away. I hefted my parasol and gave chase. Yup. I was right, we're actually playing the minigame on this POV. We're very slow though. We can't even run. Just gotta get to the objective. What else? Left. Alright. These guys are so fast. Well, we're not properly playing the game, which is unfortunate, but hey, I'll take it. Is the parasol running? It is. What now? Don't we end up in a classroom? I think I remember that. I even made the CG a thumbnail. I must say, that thumbnail was looking mighty crispy. But hey. Now we're still going up? On the roof? I finally cornered Takumi 2 at the top of the staircase. I was slowly closing the distance between us. I raised the parasol, and then... You fell? I wasn't sure how. Maybe he slipped, but Takumi 2 fell backwards, tumbling down the stairs. I quickly followed him down. And there he was, splayed out on the ground. I feel like I never saw this one. His face was twisted in agony. He seemed barely conscious. He must have hit his head. Now's my chance. I can kill him right there. Right here. I ferociously rushed over to Takumi 2, holding the parasol right above my head. Huh? My eyes. I just can't do it. Kill myself? How? How could I? How could I possibly do that to myself? I lost my strength. Lowering the parasol, it slipped out of my hands and clattered to the floor. Suddenly, Takumi 2's eyes flew open. There was a sinister light in them. As soon as I saw it, I knew what it meant. It was the Gi. The Gi was awake. It really was inside Takumi 2's brain. In fact, Takumi 2 was no longer with us. It made more sense to call him Takumi G, while the Gi had control of his body. The next moment, Takumi G swiftly scooped up the parasol from the floor. Damn. Yeah, that's new. Never saw that before. That's it? My back slashed. I fell to the floor. I could feel how horribly deep the wound was. But strangely, it didn't hurt. Maybe my spinal cord had been severed. preventing the pain from reaching my brain. Soon after that, Takumi-ji made a series of strange decisions. He removed my leap suit. Then he dressed me in replica class armor made with the Giftomatic. Oh. Oh. And this must be if we go to the slasher route. It must be like the train? It's not this one. What now? Run into the wall, stand and fight. Yeah, it's one of these two endings. It's where we switch POV to Nozomi, and then all the bus stuff happens at the end. I wasn't sure what the purpose of that was. It just happened. Once I was in class armor, got into position beside me. Then, as if to further torment me, he mercilessly shredded my back with the power saw. Sure. When he was finally finished with his incomprehensible course of action, Takumi-ji left with a satisfied grin on his face. Something fell into my arm. That is crazy. Yup. All that remained was my body, dressed in class armor, or more accurately, my corpse. After all, I'd stopped breathing a long time ago. Well... See, this is nice to see what really happened in one of the slasher endings, but number one, slasher is one of my least favorite routes. And in the end, what's the point? What's the point? What is the point of this? Ending 60, SF route, a form of suicide. Well, in the end, none of the other branches really led to anything, other than some tying in some things between the PLM dudes and like, hey, some bullshit. So what we've been doing for the past 30 minutes, it wasn't really useful. It wasn't really useful. I'm kind of angry. I don't even know if I want to include this in any of the videos, to be honest. I just want to jump back to this. Nah, the game made me mad because of this bullshit. We're having a nice episode last one. What happened? What happened? Why were the other endings just some dookie? Oh well. Jump to which timeline and coming of age. Hopefully this time it's gonna be good. Please. I don't think it's gonna be bad, to be honest. I think we're gonna learn what happened to the DST and maybe know why Hiruko decided to tell the others about the time loop. I've decided. I think you might be right. So we're going to the coming of age timeline? I nodded listlessly. This doesn't mean I don't feel anything for everyone in the serial killer timeline. But what matters to me most is everyone here in this one. You don't have to explain. I know how much it pained you to make this choice. Takumi, this is the right choice. We won't regret it. No, I won't let it cause us any regrets. Hiruko placed her hand on my shoulder, and I felt some of the tension in my chest ease up. Huh. 7:40 p.m. It's been 10 minutes since the leap window opened. In order to regain the time we lost, we speedily put on our leap suits and configured the machine. And then... Here we go! Alright, we made it to the school, but we can't afford to linger. Why not? We have until 11:10 p.m. That's plenty of... Have you forgotten what we came here to do? Get the code on Darumi's back, right? Yes, on her dead body. And where do you think that body is? Is it in the morgue? Or is it buried? I don't remember anything about this timeline. You should still know. Darumi was killed in the battle against Veshnes on day 9. That day is the start of this timeline in the Box of Calamity timeline. Oh yeah, I'm pretty sure all of us buried her. Now that you remember, you know what we have to do. Oh, but it's day 50.
それ以外に方法がある？だからのんびりとはしてられないって言ったのよ。だけど抵抗があるのはわかるわ。私だってしたくてするわけじゃない。でもしょうがないでしょ。みんなで人工天体に行くためにはこうするより他に手段はないんだから。わかったよ。
Yeah, but her body must have started to decompose, no? I grabbed a nearby shovel. Where was it? Took my eyes tightly and drove it into the ground. Hiruko and I started to dig in silence. With each shovelful of dirt, there was a searing ache in my chest. Eventually, we saw Darumi's body in the dirt. She was drained of her cryptoglobin, leaving behind nothing but a blackened mummy. Are we still gonna be able to see it? It was tragic to look at. My heart felt like it was about to burst. I averted my eyes.
ダメよ。ちゃんと見てあげないと。彼女はこのタイムラインの私たちを守るために勇敢に戦ったのよ。この死体はその気高さと尊さの表れ。しっかり見てあげないと失礼でしょ。
I bit my lip and gave a small nod, looking back down at Darumi.
ごめんね、アメミア。少しだけ体を動かさせてもらうわ。これはもう一人のあなたを生かすためでもあるのよ。だからお願い。許して。
It's very nice. Well, gives us a bit more inside. No, not even, but like we see a very human, very respectful side of Hiruko. So this is nice. Hiruko apologizes. She lifted up the body and turned it around. On the back was a single number. 5. We carefully restored Darumi's grave. We pressed our palms together as we said goodbyes to her, then quietly took her leave. Wait, what? Pressed our palms together? What was it? Legit, I might still be high. I legit might still be high. I made my way to the cafeteria for breakfast. When I got there, I saw everyone but Surei and Nigo. Oh. Fumi, how many times is this now, man? Yeah, would you kindly stop disappearing all of a sudden, Captain? We went over this last night, didn't we? Fumi went to the city ruins to destroy some enemy-reckoned devices. You a G, bro. You're incredible. Isn't that right? Yeah, exactly. Wasn't sure why Eito was covering for me, but I decided I'd better just go with the flow. Hiruko, you went off exploring and never came back. What were you up to? Well, you met up with Takumi in the city, right? Then you finished the mission together. Yes, exactly. Mr. Sumino, at least say something before you take off. Yeah, it would have helped you destroy those devices. There weren't that many of them, so there was no need for us to send a huge group. I think Takumi was just trying to be considerate when he decided to go alone. He didn't want to ruin our plans for the hump day party. That's why he didn't. Oh, they cancelled it? Why? You and Hiruko were gone. There was no point in doing it without you. I see. I'm sorry, I didn't mean for that to happen. No, you had something to deal with. Although I guess you don't need forgiveness from this degenerate trash heap. But I'm seething! If you want my forgiveness, you'll have to play Russian roulette with me. Sure. Hearing Darumi say that brought tears to my eyes. It reminded me of her as I saw her last night. And here she was, right here in front of me, alive. I couldn't stop the emotions from surging inside of me as I thought about it. Hey, don't look at me like that. It's not good for my mental state. What? Russian roulette? We're good, Eva. Eva, do you know what Russian roulette is? How do you guys even know about Russians? Yes, of course. Miss Kawana can just swoop up the wheel so it goes full tilt. Mesdames et messieurs, place your bets. Oh, for the love of murder. Thanks to Eito's cover story, Hiruko and I weren't questioned any further. Everyone ate breakfast together and left the cafeteria. The only ones left behind were Hiruko, Eito, and myself. Sorry about that, Eito. Thanks for the help. Yes, thanks to you, we somehow managed to explain our way out of things. Right? Yeah. But why that story? Takumi, you vanished right before the Hump Day party, right? I thought if I didn't say anything, everyone would get upset and go looking for you. Then your clandestine activities would be interrupted. So I said what I said to appease everybody. Did you know what we were doing last night? Nothing specific. I had a vague notion you might be leaping to another timeline though. I told Eito about the parallel leaping, by the way. Didn't he know already? No, I don't think he knew about the leaping, but I think he knew that Takumi came from the future. But then why did he eat the book? The book. Whatever, I don't want to think. What the hell did I just do? Right, I know all about your little secret. I know better than anyone that your objective is to keep everyone alive. That's why you covered for us. I told you before, right? I'll do everything it takes to regain your trust. That's why I came up with this story. I left Hiruko and Eito and returned to my room. Then started my usual rounds. Free time? Oh, we did it! Had a feeling you were here. We don't need to arrange meetings anymore, do we? If we have something to talk about, we can just come here. Does that sound good? Does that sound good? I nodded. By the way, have you looked at your device yet? Not yet. What? You don't care when we'll next... What? You don't care when we'll get our next liver mortis code? No, really, it's just... And look now. You'll be surprised. I pulled out the device and looked at the screen. I saw the numbers on the display and... You serious? 12:05 to 12:35 AM. On day 75? 74, I'm sorry. Huh. So not for a long time. Yes, that's the next time the blood space waves. The blood space waves will surge. That's more than 20 days from now. That's right. The level mortis codes we know right now are Tsubasa 2, Eito 8, Maruko. Maruko? Who the hell is Maruko? It's Gaku. 0, Tako 9, Shoma 3. And as we saw last night, Durumi 5. That's a total of 6. But we need 9 codes in all. So we need to wait until day 74 until we can go find the other 3? Fortunately, you're still not quite right. It's likely impossible we'll be able to get any on day 74. We only have 30 minutes to leap on that day. It takes longer than that to get from the lab to the school, even if we sprint. It's just not possible. Hiruko nodded with a deep sigh. When do the blood space waves increase after that? We can't know. That's not on the device yet. So we have no idea. Who made the device? Who made the device? Who made the PLM and stuff? I'm thinking it's like the geese? Somehow? But damn. Either way, our goal stays the same. We need to get to the artificial satellite as soon as possible. Whether that ends up happening on day 80 or day 90. Well, even if we leave with only 10 days left, it beats being stuck here. Then let's stay focused, Takumi. For now, we continue with our school routine as usual until day 74. Things will be fine. Don't worry about the defensive battles. We know exactly who will attack us and when. At the very least, we can be sure no one's going to die permanently on the battlefield. Of course, I'm not going to let them. I'll protect them on the battlefield or anywhere else. Well said, Captain. I expect great things from you. The artificial satellite suspended in the night sky seemed just a bit further away than usual. but I couldn't let things get me down. I narrowed my eyes and cast a sharp gaze at the satellite at its cold glint. Which day are we going to skip to? Just 52? Oh, well, thank you. To the attack, no, on day 57, I think? For 4 days, I lived out my life at the school like I always did, as per Hiroko's advice. I laughed and trained with everyone, and sometimes got into arguments too. But we didn't experience any serious issues, and time ticked away in relative peace. There was nothing we could do about the livor mortis codes until the blood space waves peaked again. I allowed myself to temporarily forget about that and focused on living as normal a life as possible. Day 56 came to an end. Day 57 would soon be upon us, the day of the next enemy attack. Who? No, the commander's name is not Zendaya, no. Excuse me? Are you stupid or something? It's Zanzibar. You're both wrong. It's Zenta.
なんとか一段落ついたみたいだね。
あとは無隊長のセンター分けさえ倒せば。
だから銭試しだってば。ゼンタだよ。
ところで僕の戦いっぷりはどうだったかな。
努力の跡は見えましたけど。
今さんってなんで僕にだけ厳しいの。
What?
なんとなくムカつくからです。
ニベもないね。
特防隊は世界一。永遠不滅の無敵部隊。何が起きてもくじけはしない。特防隊は最強じゃ。
I'm gonna skip to 63? Sure, well, that's Zenta taken care of, and well, nothing happened other than banter and good vibes. Another 4 days have passed. Another 4 days passed quietly, like the calm after the storm. Nothing exciting happened. If I had to mention something, I guess it would be that the spice blend in Kurara's curry was extra hot. It upset Shoma's stomach, leading to a somewhat explosive situation. What? Did he vomit or did he shit? We had to do some serious, thorough cleaning afterwards. Other than that, nothing of serious significance happened, and the days went by almost too peacefully. I was honestly starting to forget about the livor mortis codes. If things kept going like this, there may be no real reason to go look for them after all. I got the feeling we might be able to manage the last 38 days without doing anything too special, as long as we kept holding strong against the enemy attacks anyway. We were due for another battle soon, tomorrow, on the morning of day 63. It's okay, things will turn out fine for us again. I reassured myself, crawled into bed, and fell asleep.
こんなの嫌だ。本当だ。聞こえる。聞こえてくるよ。敵の声が。たまらない。たまらなすぎて濡れちゃいそうです。こんな哀切な声を聞きながら。
Man, wrap this shit up.
まあ。
他のみんなそれじゃあ行くぞ。
二人がし。23が6。
2が51。
やっぱりね。
上殿、助けて。
特防、何が起きてもくじけはしない。
Unbeknownst to me, somewhere in the shadows, things were starting to come apart. Little by little, it would start to gnaw at us. What? Me inevitably ranking this route badly? Yes, perhaps. What, over the past 2 days, everyone had gone less communicative? Whenever someone did speak up, it was to make fun of someone or to make a cutting remark? It wasn't anything like our usual joking. There was no affection to it. It seemed like everyone just wanted to take out their frustrations on the people around them. They didn't know why it was happening. We had been living together in the same place for over 65 days. It seemed natural enough that all the stress that had been building up might come out as resentment. Now that's not very good. Can we get an example? Wait, what did he say? No, go back. This is oh my. No. My expectations would be crushed the very next morning. Huh. What happened? Someone died? I went to the cafeteria to get breakfast. As soon as I walked in, I heard screaming. Who died? Who's fine? Ito, I heard you were making something real loud with Tsubasa in the garage last night. Okay? Loud? Don't play dumb with me. I almost saw you. It's true. It was 1 o'clock in the morning. I was wandering to school because I couldn't sleep, and I saw the both of them making something that looked like a gun. Oh, the thing Hiruko had in the other branch. A gun? Well, I guess there's no point in hiding it. This is what I made. A beam gun that generates a special electromagnetic pulse. It's just a toy though. It's harmless to the human body. Ito put the barrel to his temple and pulled the trigger. You're not him. Why are you LARPing as Nagito? See? That was an interesting way to describe it. Harmless to the human body. Then what does it harm? It doesn't harm anything. It's really just a toy. Ito was teaching me about how the different parts come together. You know how to make guns?
Oh.
Right. Tsubasa was the one who actually assembled it. I did a lot of reading while I was confined. That's where I learned how to make it. I just shared what I learned. Why would you waste her time on a silly little toy? Shh, keep it down. Is he gonna cry? I don't want I don't want Serene Ego to find out. It's even more suspicious. I believe you, Eito. Oh yeah? You should always trust the shadiest character in a mystery. What do you know about mysteries? The mere fact you rely on assumptions about the genre shows what an amateur you are. Shut up, you nasty brat. What does that mean? I've played dozens of mystery adventure games. I've played them all to death. I'm going to have to stop you right there, Miss Mamiya. Nobody talks to my dear sister like that. Please, everyone, calm down. Eva, I'd appreciate if you kept your thoughts to yourself. You're a prisoner, in case you forgot. That's not fair. Eva's our friend. Wow, aren't we blessed? Goody Two Shoes has weighed in with another heroic opinion. Are you embarrassed? Your mask is the most embarrassing thing in the room. And it smells like poop. I was so sweet to you, traitor! Sheesh, man, this is the problem with girls. What does EGAD mean? Unabashed sexism! Your old-timey gimmick is so lame. Who asked you to pipe up? Yeah, no, he's sexist. I don't get it yet. No. Shut up! All of you, knock it off! Yuriko shouted at the top of her lungs. The room immediately fell silent. I'll hold onto that beam gun of yours. Yuriko held out her hand and Eito gave her the gun. I'll be the one who decides if this really is just a toy. Everybody, be quiet and behave until then. You guys aren't yourselves right now. Something is very wrong. Go back to your rooms and cool off. Understood? Yes, mother, yes. For the rest of the day, everyone did as they were told, shutting themselves in their rooms and never coming out. The sun set as we stayed inside. But when it was dark out, someone suddenly opened my door. It was Hiruko. Did you knock? I have an update about the beam gun from this morning. I wondered if maybe it had some kind of switch somewhere that would enable and disable it. That's why I examined it. But there wasn't anything of the sort. So you really entered and didn't knock on the door? Whatever, so it really is just a toy? Eito was right that it was harmless to the human body, at least. You couldn't hurt anyone with this. I took the gun from Hiruko and looked it over. It felt solid and heavy. There was definitely something mechanical inside, but nothing happened when I pulled the trigger. All it did was play a tiny, cheap sound effect. So now we have Eito and Tsubasa. We know Eito and Tsubasa were telling the truth. About what? That's not the real issue here, is it? Yeah, the beam gun was only the catalyst. There's a ton of resentment building up inside of everyone, waiting to go off. This just happened to be the spark that started the fire. If you know what's the problem, if you know that's the problem, why didn't you say anything this morning? It's your job to keep everyone calm and mediate between them. I guess so, but I'm sure everyone is just exhausted. We've spent 66 days living under serious pressure. Whatever it is, something has to change. Our next defensive battle is on day 72. We have to do something before then. Hiruko fell into deep thought. Her gaze wandered. Shortly after, she pushed her fingers through her long hair and looked straight at me. Takumi, this may sound harsh, but it's your fault things ended up this way too. What? You've acted a little too distant from everyone in this timeline. Damn, that is extremely interesting. It's true. It's actually true, and I've actually said that in the past. That this route is actually focusing on things that has nothing to do with the characters other than Hiruko and kinda Eito. But my complaint was that we're not doing much at some points. I mean, we were not doing much, and we're doing some stuff that wasn't very interesting, while the characters, the main characters I guess, were taking a back seat. You know what? I'll buy that explanation, I like it. I know, I've done this loop 146 times. There were timelines where you were a lot more proactive about integrating with the group. In those timelines, the others admired you more than they do now. They never would have fought like they did today. Your captain was an anchor for them, and that strengthened their unity. That doesn't mean those timelines are perfect. We lost a lot of people in them. This isn't my first time saying it, but this timeline is a real miracle. Nobody's died, and Eva and Eito are on our side. You need to treasure this timeline. The experiences you have here, the time you get to spend here. Ultimately, that's what will lead to unity and harmony among the team. Hiruko quietly left my room. I couldn't move. She was right. There was no doubt about that. Her words weighed heavy on me, sinking into the pit of my stomach. But I couldn't just stand there and dwell on it. I already knew what I had to do. I think I know just the thing to fix this. I clenched my fist as I murmured, trying to encourage myself. We also didn't have the party. That doesn't help. Is about to make an announcement? Eito and Tsubasa were telling the truth. The beam gun is just a toy. I had everyone pass the gun around. They each had a turn to inspect it, nodding when they were done. But Eito, why did you even want this for? Why? What? There was a picture of this beam gun in one of the books I read while I was locked up. I found the shape and design appealing, that's all. Anyway, now that we know, I think I'm going to give this back to Tsubasa. Me? You're the one who made it, right? I can give it back to Eito, but I think it would put everyone on edge. After a moment of hesitation, Tsubasa slowly reached out and took the gun. Sheesh. Everybody's still suspicious of me, huh? That's not it. Everyone's just kind of imbalanced right now. Little things have them jumping at shadows. But that's going to end today. Let's wash all these feelings of tension away and leave them behind for good. Wash them away? How? We're gonna party. We're gonna swim, maybe? Yeah. Goodness! This is one of those night pools I've heard so much about. No. I'm good. Oh, you were the one that did this. Yeah, I had a little help. Oh, that's interesting. It's your fault the Hump Day party was cancelled, right? So, in a way, this is an apology for that. And don't worry about swimsuits. We made sure to get them for all of you. Hold on a minute. Are we going to swim here? I told you, we all need to wash all the negativity here. Oh wait, do you mean that literally? Takumi, this is the dream. You know exactly what the people want. No. You mean what you want? What about Shirei and Nigo? Of course, I got their permission. You did? Yo, Birdie, you gotta stop flipping me off. Did you just moan in my ears?
たまには息抜きも必要だしね。ただし、前にも言ったけど、ハメを外しすぎないように。
Whatever, Nigo. Yes. Yoshika, that also means you need to keep your pants on. I would never expose myself at the pool. Oh, for the love of murder. Type shit. Although everyone griped and complained, they ended up changing into the swimsuit we brought for them. So began our Paradise Pool Palooza. It's the same old CG? It is. Oh, but it's with everyone! It's the one we saw in the Goodbye Eito ending. I had a feeling all the complaining was just to cover up how embarrassed everyone felt. It took less than 5 seconds in the water for them to start shouting in excitement. Pretty soon they all had playful smiles on their faces. Can't believe it, bro. Oh my god, he's wearing a Speedo! Everyone forgot themselves in childlike wonder, playing like kids. I was right there with them. I joined conversation without hesitation and went crazy and wild with them. All of that strain and tension vanished in an instant. Everyone's faces looked so earnestly bright and happy, with droplets of water flying through the air. I memorized every last detail of the scene. Like the dude in the Speedo? I took in every passing moment and seared it into my brain. I never wanted to forget them. I never wanted to lose them. I could hear splashes of water all around me. Then everyone's joyous laughter echoed in the pool, drowning out the sound of water.
今日も昨日みたいなやつをみんなでやる？
うん。だけど今日は昨日とは違って。
What are we going to do? Oh, in the gym. Festival time this time. What is this? A festival? Yes, it's a... No. Takumi did all, or 3/4 of it? Takumi, you look like crap with all those dark circles around your eyes. I was up all night working on this. You're crazy, man! I thought that boy yesterday was cool, but this is peak! I felt mixed emotions hearing Gaku's compliments. I said this whole thing based on what Gaku did in my timeline, after all. My timeline? You mean Route Zero? I'm not so hot on festivals, personally. But they work so hard to please us, it would be a waste not to enjoy yourself. She's right, Darumi. Don't think of it as just a festival. Think of it as a dark carnival. Well, why didn't you say so? Now I'm feeling it. Whoop whoop, she says. Okay, sure. Whatever that means. Anyway, let's have a blast together, guys. But when do we this music? I mean, it's day 69, so... Just then, Saray Nigo showed up. I was trying to do a rock vibe today, and you went and set up this folksy thing instead. Couldn't you have made it more like a modern... I cannot speak. I can say you put in a lot of effort though. I'll give you that. I'll give you what you want. What? Two of them disappeared. Some time passed and... Yeah, this is more like it. This is the kind of song you need for a festival. Then let's get this party started. Everybody, cut loose and have fun. So began our fabulous, frolicsome festival fiesta. The festival was alive with activity. The air was filled with the sounds of happy chatter all around me. Everywhere I looked, I saw radiant smiles. Was this the first festival with actually everyone? Because I think in second scenario we saw this with like Eito. With Eito being here, I meant. Oh, and Shion. Shion's absent right now, but we have Kurara this time. There wasn't the slightest hint of gloom on those happy faces. Halfway through the festivities, Kurara started cooking. She made the Osuzuki family's special curry recipe, handed down through the generations. It was so popular we had to line up for it, and before long, we'd eaten every last drop. After we were done eating, it was Gaku's turn to entertain us. Gaku climbed to the top of the tower, got on the DJ equipment, and showed us his skills on the turntable. The rest of us danced to the rhythm, wild and free. We went crazy, chanting and singing. We spun and flew, sweating so hard we practically melted away, and we continued to dance around the watchtower all night long. When I woke up, the sky was already dusky. I must have reached my limit after staying up all night and partying for 2 days straight. I left my room and got ready for the day. By the time I was done, it was completely dark. Almost time for dinner. I hurried to the cafeteria and announced my plan for the evening to everyone. I swear to God, if it's another... I was holding off on the complaints. Because I was like, yo, this legit might be the last time we play this game, we go through those festivities. We might as well enjoy it a bit, right? If I'm not enjoying it, at least try not to complain. But like, come on, man, come on, man. We're all going to the rooftop for fireworks? Yes, sparklers, Roman candles, aerial fireworks. I've got them all in my room. But Takumi, don't people usually space out these kinds of events? Yeah, you gotta be out of your mind to go 3 days in a row. Don't listen to him, bro. I'm all for it. Honestly, the pool and the festival weren't quite enough for me anyway. How does a broke bum like you have such a taste for parties? Huh? Say something? Well, if it's what our captain wants, I suppose we have no reason to refuse. Are you seriously doing this? Ah, damn. If you're going to twist my arm, I guess. Despite their complaining, the smiles on their faces betray their true feelings. And it's on. Kirinigo, what are you doing here? You need adult supervision to play with fire. We're just here as chaperones. Oh, for the love of murder. You made us do a lot worse than light fireworks. I bet they're just being coy. You actually wanted to join us, didn't you? At the pool and the festival. Absolutely not! Not at all, not at all! Okay, then you guys can hang tonight. Let's lose our freaking minds! Doesn't it feel like something's missing? Shion? Oh, are you talking about my mask? You are, aren't you? I just can't see the fireworks with it on. That's all. That's why I left it in my room. I'm so embarrassed. Don't look. Kurara, you don't need to wear that mask. I sure as hell do not want to hear that from you. You're only saying that because you think it stinks, right? Like poop, right? No, that's not it. I just think it's a waste of a very cute face, personally. No! No! Kurara froze, at a loss for words. Her face was as red as a ripe tomato. I think there's been a misunderstanding. I wasn't talking about Kurara's mask. I want to talk about this conversation, this interaction. Darumi, man. Darumi! Come to mention it, we are missing some people. Oh no. 4 of them. Hiruko, Moko, Ima, and Iba. Where the hell are they? Everyone looked around. Just then, the missing 4 showed up. Oh, they probably got Shion then. Sorry we're late. It took some time to explain what we were doing. Explain? We have a surprise guest for everyone tonight. He's all ready for us now, introducing our special guest for the evening. Shion! Shion! Yo, Shion! Everyone called out his name in surprise. What's going on? Why does everybody know his name? We've met him plenty of times before. What? Yeah, while you were busy trying to... You know, I'm not personally a big Kurara fan. I find her more annoying than good. Than enjoyable, rather. But when she's enjoyable, Kurara, she is to the max. And we could compare her to Mew in V3, because they have the same dumbass things to say at the most random moments. And I love Mew. I love Mew. Kurara, she kinda growing on me, bro. Yeah, while you were busy trying to knock up Hiruko. In other words, while we were jumping to other timelines. Hey, that's not what we were doing. Anyway, that's how they know him. Why you blushing, girl? I only found that yesterday at the festival. Heard it from Moko, Ima, and Eva. We thought we should bring Shion to the festival since it was such a big event. 4 of us left the gym to ask him to come, but... Come to think of it, the 4 of them had disappeared for a while the night before. Saray and Nigo wouldn't allow me to come. And besides, I'm not a real Special Defense Unit member. I didn't want to get in the way of your fun. He tried to refuse again tonight. He was hesitant to come to this. But we managed to convince him, and now here he is. You lot don't listen to a word I say. You're wasting his energy. Just summoning an avatar like this uses up strength. Was this a bad idea after all? Well, obviously it's fine. Shion is as much a part of the SDU as any of us. He's our 17th member. If he dies, we all die. If we die, he dies. Our destinies are intertwined. He's one of us, an important comrade. If you're going to disrespect one of our friends like that, well, you already know what I can do. Sent a sharp glare towards Sira and Nigo. The 2 of them were clearly rattled by it. Yukumi. Fine. If you're going to go that far, you can have it all your way. But just for tonight, be grateful for the Honorable Suray's magnanimous treatment. Nigo, you are such a dick rider, bro. Thank you both. And thank you too, Takumi. Sincerely. I nodded with a grin. Soon, everyone else was smiling with me. Aight, time to get this show on the road. Fireworks are in your room, right, Takumi? My room about to blow up. Let's go get them. No. I'm sure he's got the beat meat tissues out there still. So we began our Special Defense Unit Shining Fireworks Shindig. That's a new one! Yes! Every member of the team was there. Hiruko, Nozomi, Moko, Tsubasa, the Tsukumo twins, Gaku, Shoma, Takemaru, Kurara, Darumi, and Kiyoshika. Even Yugamo was having a blast with everyone. Yeah, even the robots. Now this CG is very lovely. We got the dumbasses in the back doing some dumb shit. Oh, and Takemaru with the twins. Tsubasa with Yoshika. What else? Nozomi in the background, huh? Well, we got our two main characters in the middle, right? With Shion on the side. And then again, the dumbasses in the back for some reason. Eva going all zombie. With Darumi chasing Kurara. And then we got Gaku, whatever he's doing. We had our two commanding officers with us too. And Eva and Aito were once hostile to us. We're joining in on the fun. Last but not least, there was Shion, 19, including me. All of us alive and well. We'd gone through so much hardship in the last 70 days, fighting to survive. This was a true miracle. I took it all in, reveling in the joy in my heart. A long time ago, someone once said that life and fireworks aren't all that different. For a brief moment, they shine brightly. Then they disappear into the dark. You said that. You throwing flowers yourself? You said that. In Route Zero at the end against Aito. People struggle and strive to create a spark, all for that fleeting moment. Again, I'm gonna yap about Dragon Quest Dai for like the third time in the whole series, because it's the same theme. It's not even just the same theme, it's the exact same way of explaining how human life works. That's what makes life so beautiful. Every word of what was said rang true to me. Who would want to live forever? Being trapped in an infinite loop was a curse. Who would want to live forever? Being trapped in an infinite loop was a curse. That is so crazy. Who would want to live forever? I'm gonna talk about Dragon Quest I again! When they were talking about this, they were comparing the humans' lives, their very short lives, to those of the demons. So, what was bro's name? I forgot, but bro and Velzard. Velzar? I forgot. But their demons, they live hundreds of years, thousands of years. And then Brody Pop starts explaining how long human lives. How long human live. And basically, that is not how much time they live, but how they use that time. Something like that. I was going to break free. I was going to end this. I'd venture into the future that started from day 101 with all my friends. I'd get older with the passage of time and eventually die. One day, my firework would sizzle out. This was going to be the last time I lived through this war. I'd never experience these 100 days again. The thought made my heart swell. This instantaneous flash, a spark vanishing into the darkness. The flicker of the decaying embers were all breathtakingly beautiful. Now, so are we actually going to break the loop in this branch? Our 3-day party binge finally ended yesterday. The next enemy attack would be tomorrow, day 72. We couldn't keep up the merriment forever. We needed to switch gears. Once I was done with my breakfast and back in my room, I headed back to make my rounds. Free time? Well, I'm going to take advantage of free time. I didn't really enjoy this episode, and it's been 1 hour and 30 for me. Why? Legit, I don't remember. Don't remember what happened in this hour and 30. It was some bullshit, that I know. But I don't remember what kind of bullshit. Oh yeah, the two endings, the two remaining branches of the other branch that were disappointing, to be honest. They're just like straight up bad ends, dead ends to be more precise. and they were just boring. Very boring. Other than that, going back to this branch didn't really help because it was all happy-go-lucky, I guess. And then we partied for 3 days. I guess it was alright. It was alright, but man, the start really impacted my mood. However, it seems like we are right back on track with Tsukumi saying that, yo, this is it. We're gonna break the time loop this time. And so I am curious to see what is going to happen in the following days, starting with the attack on day 72, and then the time leap window, opening on day 74. If we're even going to do something, or if we're even going to leap on this day. If not, I actually don't remember when the next time leap is going to happen. Well, I mean, we don't know. We don't know yet. But we have to keep in mind day 85, because that is the day what's it called? The Dream Ray is going to hit Nozomi, and she's going to become a variant. And then all the stuff involving Hakuji, and then her spacecraft. Well, I think that's about it. But we'll keep that for next episode. I won't lie, I'm a bit at my wit's end. I'm a bit bored. I don't know what I'm gonna do after that, man. Yeah, this game, man, it's full of ups and downs. I'm gonna say goodbye to y'all and see you in the next one. Goodbye.